What up, PB Cashville? It's your boy Cashew, and today we're going to be talking about Batman Arkham Asylum. Yes, the video game Batman Arkham Asylum. Hit it. What up, PB Cashville? It's your boy Cashew, and today we are going to be talking about Batman Arkham Asylum. But before we get into that, I do want to show you that I have The Rock. Now I want to say this: I did bought a shirt that has Batman Arkham Asylum and that has like the villains and Batman, but it is still being delivered, so I don't have it right now. So that's why I have The Rock. But I also want to say that The Rock is back in WWE, and he has been doing a phenomenal job. He's been great, and it's good to have him back. And another thing I want to say is, this week when I was at work in my other job, Belimo, one of my coworkers was telling me about how there was a show called WWE Legends, and it's a biography of WWE Legends, WWE superstars. I bought season one, and I saw the first two episodes, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Roddy Piper. And let me just say how this show, I love. One thing I do love about movies or shows, I love based on true story or biography, and it's a good show. Like, it goes deep into Stone Cold Roddy Piper's lives, even when they were wrestling and after they were wrestling. And it's a great show, and it shows me, when I was watching it, it shows me that they deal with a lot. Actors, athletes, whatever you want to say, they also are human beings and they also deal with a lot. So I just wanted to say that, if you haven't seen it, you can watch it in A&E, which is in cable, or you could do what I do and buy an Apple TV. But I only bought season one, but it's a good show. Now we're gonna be talking about Batman Arkham Asylum. What can I say about Batman Arkham Asylum except that it came out in 2009. It has 4 games. I am including Arkham Origins, even though Arkham Origins wasn't made by the same game company. But so it goes Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Origins, and Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Asylum, City, and Knight all were made by Rocksteady. And Batman Arkham Origins, I believe was made, I think it's called Rocksteady Montreal or just Montreal. I can't remember the exact name, but it was not made by the same company of the other 3. Batman Arkham Asylum, fun game. Let me tell you a little bit into it. I'm going to try my best to give you story detail. It probably won't be perfect. You might get a little confused. If you have played the game, you will understand what I'm saying. If you haven't played the game, you probably won't, but you should get to play the game. Another thing I forgot to mention, I always forget to mention this, but PB, I have an update on that. He is still in PB and Cashew, but he's going to be occasionally in some shows. So whenever he wants to do an episode, he'll just let me know, which I'm totally fine with. So I'm going to be running PB and Cashew for now. And I'll be talking about different things, maybe video games, maybe movies. Well, I want to talk about things that I like, and I hope it could entertain you guys. Now let's talk about Batman Arkham Asylum. The story is great. I love the story. You are Batman. You capture the Joker. Joker escaped, basically. You're in an asylum, prison with all the crazies. Joker escapes. The main villain is Joker. He's the main villain. The main story is mostly Joker. Then you have like side villains, which are Bane, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Victor Sass. If I'm missing any, I'm sorry. And so you're trying to figure out why the Joker escaped, or why was it easy for you to capture Joker? Well, Joker literally escapes, but he doesn't leave. Okay, the game is in Arkham Asylum. It's literally in the asylum, and it's an open world game. You have different maps. You have different sections of the island. Joker never leaves the island. Like, he never leaves Arkham Asylum. He's just there, running around. You're trying to figure out what he's doing. You're trying to find him. And in the game, when you get further, you figure out his plan. if you ever watch or ever seen or ever watch the Batman, like the Batman movies or Batman shows, or if you ever read the Batman comics, there's this thing that the Joker has. It's called the Joker gas, and then there's this thing that the that Bane has, which is Venom, which makes him stronger. So Joker wants to get his Joker gas and Venom's Bane's Venom. He wants to fuse them together, and he calls it Titan. And what it is that what it does is that it okay. So if you ever seen Batman and you ever seen Bane, Bane has this thing called Venom, and it makes him stronger. Like all he has to do is like press a button, or he has to like connect it to something, and he gets buff. Like he gets really really strong. Think about Popeye when he takes the spinach and you see his arm and he goes like he gets buff. Bane gets like buff. So Joker, what he does is he uses his henchmen that he has. He has his like little gun. He ejects it with it, and they like get strong. But like he hasn't perfected to the point where every time when he used it, you give it to his henchmen, they like die. So he's trying to perfect it where they won't die. They actually will be alive and they will be strong for a while. And the way he did it was I forgot his name. He used a fake name. Called this doctor. Her name was Dr. Young, who used to like. I think if I was thinking, she was Bane was her patient, so she knew a lot about Bane and she knew a lot about the Venom. And Joker sent her. She didn't know it was Joker at the time, but Joker gave her some type of gas, and she combined them both together. And then when she finally realized it was the Joker, she was trying to say, "I don't want to do this no more." But Joker's trying to perfect it, and he wants to he's calling it Titan. He wants to perfect it, but every time when he gives it to one of his henchmen, they die, or they die. And so he found out what Joker found out was that I think it was during when Poison Ivy escaped. Poison Ivy wasn't helping him, but he did find out that there was a flower in Arkham Asylum that he found, and it helped with the Venom. So now you have Joker trying to perfect the Venom. You have all these other villains that you had to fight. Bane, Joker had him captured, and then like the way you fight him was that Joker like gave him the antidote, a little bit of the antidote, and so you're fighting Bane. Uh, Poison Ivy, she was in I think it was like the penitentiary or something like that. She escaped. I think Harley released her. Victor Saz, he escaped. Victor Saz is crazy. He escaped. Who else escaped? Harley Quinn, she's Joker's she helps Joker a lot. She was there too. Game is fun. Scarecrow, there's one story that really intrigued me, and it was a Scarecrow one. In this one, Scarecrow has this thing called fear toxin that he made, and if he ejects you with it, or if he puts it in the air, it shows your biggest fear. And every time you can tell that it's Scarecrow because the way it works is like Batman will like walk slowly, or he'll see something that he's scared of. Like if you ever know about Batman, his parents died right in front of him when he was 10 years old. So that's one of his biggest fears, is seeing that again. And so like the mood changes a little bit, and then Batman like falls down. He wakes up, he's in a different world. Scarecrow comes out, he's like all like big and bad, like, and like it's crazy. But there's one scene in the Scarecrow, like I think it's like 3 to 4, where you deal with that. There's one scene where Scarecrow gets you, or the game gets you, because you think your game froze, but it did not. So what happened is your game doesn't froze. I think this is the last time you face him too. The game doesn't froze, but what happened was that the game doesn't froze, but you think it does. Then it goes all the way back. It starts over, and you're just like, what the heck happened? But then it's different. It's actually the Joker catching the Batman, and the Batman's all crazy. And like I said, this is the last scene of it, and it's funny because I'm just like, bro, when I think I played this game when I was like 14, 13 or 14 years old. I'm just like, what's wrong with my game? Why did it freeze? Everybody thought their game froze. But no, facing Scarecrow is pretty fun. And the crazy thing about that is that the last time you see Scarecrow, literally Killer Croc just grabs him. So like if then there's another thing I like about Batman is it's called the Riddler. If you ever seen it, it's like he has a villain named the Riddler. And he has this thing called Riddler trophies. I'm gonna try to have it in the screen so you can see what it looks like. But it's like these question marks. It's like a question mark, a green, and then like on the top, like it'll be like you'll find it. But then he has riddles, and it'll be on the top, and it'll tell you something. And the way to solve that riddle is you have to look around. Like there's one I think there's one about Tweedledee and Tweedledum or something like that. Like this is where they used to this is where they used to play or used to be a spot, and you find like there's this like what's it called? I can't remember. I can't remember what's it called. Like it's like okay, I'm gonna forget that. I can't remember the name. I don't know why it just like came out. My brain just went fried. There's another one where this guy, he's the warden. His name's Quincy Sharp, and it has a portrait of him. And if you scan that, it's a riddle. It's complicated to explain because I don't have gameplay of it. If I had gameplay of it, if you never played it, you're gonna be lost. So I'm just gonna say, but the Riddler is also another villain in there. You don't really fight him. You just solve his riddles and find his like little trophies that he has around. And once you find like all of them, he'll get captured. Another thing they have too, another collectible you have is called like interview tapes. And I think there's like, for the interview tapes in this game, you can find Harley Quinn's, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Joker, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, Bane. I think Bane was another. I believe Bane was another one. I could be wrong with that. But what are these is that it gives you a little bit detail of these characters, like their interviews in Arkham Asylum and what they deal with. And I think the craziest one, like when I listen to it, the craziest one out of all of them is like Victor Zsasz. Victor Zsasz is just a psycho. But Batman Arkham Asylum is such a fun game. I love it. I don't, I love it a lot. Like I said, I love the whole Batman Arkham, all the Batman games, like all the Batman Arkham games. When it comes to Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight, I love them all. Like I said, Arkham Origins gets overhated for no reason. I don't know why people don't like it. I don't know why people hate it, but it's weird to me. Another thing I forgot to mention too is that the acting in these games are great. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill's back. So, and except for Batman Arkham Origin is a different Batman, a bit different Joker, but they did phenomenal. But Batman Arkham Asylum, fun game. If you never played it, play it. They have it now on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X. And like I said, fun game. Love it. And like I said, I won't go a little bit more into it. Like I said, it's going to be confusing if I keep going on. You're going to be like, what's he talking about? But if you never played it, give it a shot. And like we always do when we end the show, we don't know you, but we love you. And there's a God above that does. I'm Cashew. Peace out, PB Cashewville.